Hello everybody, how's it going? We are live. So I just realized I was playing music throughout that whole intro there, but I just looked over to my editing or my OBS and realized that I have it set up for tutorials, which makes it so that you guys can't hear it if I'm streaming or the desktop audio. So that's kind of a bummer and a cool song. How's everyone doing? Can you guys all hear me? Today we're going to be working on making some more slideshows. This is some of them that I have so far. This is a 9 photo slideshow here. And it comes back. Comes up. This goes back and forth all these different slideshows, and you guys can customize each of these photos to whatever photo you like. Really easy. And this is going to be a paid product. I already have one of the slideshows out that I did a while back. If you go to my Buy Me a Coffee store, you guys can get that. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff in Fusion today. A lot of cool tips. Looks nice. Hey, I'm glad you like it. Alright, let's check out the next one. So this is the one that we created last stream. So I did a bunch of stuff after the fact. We only gotten all the movement done. I got the overlays and stuff, but I think that the overlays or the bokeh is a little too, or not bokeh, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but so is the overlays on top. It's a little too intense. So let's go ahead and jump into the Fusion composition that we have here. And we'll go ahead and tone that down a little bit. Okay, that's kind of weird. So this is our node setup. It's a little complicated. If we come into our merge one here, let's go ahead and view that off to the side. It's still trying to load our media out. I can actually remove that. We don't need that. There we go. Okay, so we have all of our photos off to the side here. And then as you can see, the green line is the camera path. So we have the 5 main photos. I think it's 5 actually. Yeah, it's 5 main photos, and then we have 8 or 9 just extra photos that are floating around. So we want to bring down this overlay intensity here. So let's just come to a frame that it's pretty apparent. There we go. Come to the color corrector, and what we can do is just tone this down a little bit. Can also bring down the lift. There we go. Bring down the gain. So that's just a little bit more subtle. And I think that's pretty good. Awesome. Okay, so this one's done. We're going to start working on the next one. Next one's going to be kind of cool. So we'll have to... I'll have to try and explain how I want this one to be. I just saw a video from someone that had put that out the other day. Actually, I have another Fusion composition down here. Oh wait, that was a test from the last stream. What is this Fusion composition? Kind of forgot my project here. Let's check this out. Oh yep, this is the other one that we made on the last stream. Totally forgot about this one. And this one can actually load just on the edit page here. Let's bring it up top. And once, if we hide this, this will all turn blue and it'll be ready for smooth playback. So if you guys have any ideas for different slideshows that you want in this pack, or just want to see me create, or any questions about Davinci Resolve, doesn't just have to be Fusion, please go ahead and let me know. We'll see if we can get this to load. Davinci Resolve seems to kind of be acting up a little bit today, which is not good when I'm streaming. So right now I cannot see it. Yeah, DaVinci really is glitching out here. This is kind of annoying. Looks like it's the particle system that's taking a little while to load. There we go. Now we got it. Come back here. Let's see if this will load. Fusion's kind of annoying. Or when it's not working. Otherwise, I love it. It's a bunch of fun. Alright, this is loading pretty fast. So as soon as that blue line comes across, we can go ahead and preview that. Maybe we'll just do a little bit more. Did I make a tutorial about tracking in Davinci Resolve? Yeah, I did. Let's see. I know I did one on the planar tracker. And then in a bunch of my videos, I've done stuff on the 3D camera tracker. I've done more about the planar tracker in some of them. Just how to use them for the certain use case. So if you go on my channel and just search tracker, I have the planar tracker. That's about it. But then in a bunch of my 3D ones that are adding stuff, I use a tracker for that as well. YouTube is telling me that my stream isn't getting enough data. Is it a little glitchy for you guys? Or is it having to buffer? And here's this. We can play it a little bit right now. That's the full thing. It's just it flipping around. It's kind of nice. So I'll just bring that down. We'll grab another Fusion composition. And this one's going to take a bunch of photos. And it'll probably take a little while to render. So the idea is to make a bunch of film strips that have all different photos inside of them. And it'll pan between a few of those. So let's go ahead and work on getting all this set up. Let's just grab in all of our photos that we have. Got a bunch of them, but we can use some unique stuff, which is nice. Alright, there we go. We got 8 unique photos. The stream's okay. Alright, that's good. Must only be dropping like a few frames or something. Let's see. I'm gonna grab my photo. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna want to use my photo maker setting for this. We can try it. Alright, where did I save this? Here we go. Okay. So if you guys want this photo maker setting, it is completely free. You guys can just go on my channel and look at the how to make photo slideshows or photo frames. It's a really nice tool. If I put this in, as you can see, it automatically creates a frame. And if I come up to the inspector, what we can do is control everything about it. So the width. So let's make this a nice small width. On this one, I'm going to want to make it black. We're going to want to add a corner radius to it. So something like that. Now, I'm not sure how exactly we're going to want to do this. I think I'm going to want to layer a bunch of them. So let's go ahead and grab background and merge these up. Control T to switch the input. Make the background transparent, and then we'll uncheck the auto resolution. Bring the height down and extend the width a bunch. So now we can put a bunch of photo frames into this. So let's go ahead and copy them. Boom. And now, if we view this, we should just be able to, oh, whoops. Come into the merge and then bring it over. So we could do something like that. Not sure exactly how optimal this is going to be. Join the stream. Don't. The Ken Burns. Not sure what that effect is. Or what you're meaning by that, actually. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. When you try and use it, you can't? If you could rephrase that question or something. I could just be totally missing it. It'd actually be cool if I did some like scrolling stuff. That might be better. Okay. Okay, so are you saying if you have like a photo, and you want this to import at the compositions resolution? So let's come back to the edit page. Let me just make a new timeline. Okay, so we have a photo and it has the black bars. But if we put dynamic zoom, it'll zoom out to where the black bars are, and you want to fix that? Is that correct? Because how you'd fix that is you wouldn't do the dynamic zoom right away. You could come up here and zoom it in a little bit until you remove the black bars. And then go ahead and put that into a compound clip. And now if you use the dynamic zoom, you won't have the black bars. And you can do easy, or easing in and out. Just like so. Correct. So is this a solution? Because what you could also do is to get more control. Well, I guess I wouldn't be using the dynamic zoom here, but what I would do is make a fusion composition with it. Come into fusion. And then make your zoom using a transform node. So we can zoom in. And then what you can do with that is you can move it up and down, or you could have it zoom in and pan up at the same time, like that. So if you wanted to do an effect like that, I would use fusion. Sorry if I was going a little fast, so if you want me to go through and do that again, I will do that. Let's get back to our first timeline here and continue working on our slideshow effect. So I'm thinking making like a film effect. So we're not going to use my photo frame maker. Let's go ahead and make a really big composition. So a background, and we'll undo auto resolution. We'll set the width to be, let's do 1280 for the width. Okay. And then the height will be like 8,000. Okay. Now we'll make this transparent and we'll put all the images inside of this. You follow what I said? Alright, that is good. Okay, so now with this background, what we're going to do is create a cool overlay. Let's grab a rectangle. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's go like this. Have a background. Come to the settings, uncheck auto, and then do 1280 by 1280. That's kind of weird. Okay, so width is going to be 1. Height can be 1 as well. So now I have a 1:1 aspect ratio. Let's go ahead and uncheck solid. And what we'll do is add a border width. We actually don't want the width to be quite as much then. Because that, well, the height gets cut off to it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. Okay, never mind. But then we want the border style. Actually, we just got to do the corner radius. There we go, something like that. I actually don't want this to be quite as tall, so let's just bring the height to something like that. Rectangle. And we can bring the width in a little bit. And then the height to the same thing. Okay. We actually might not want quite as much of a border width. There we go. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I saw your comment on my community post. I was wondering if you'd show up. Thanks for coming. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is move this one all the way up to the top. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm wondering if I should just make this background 8,000. Yeah, so I'm going to make the background 8,000. And now we will bring the height of this down. And now what this allows us to do is just duplicate the mask, which is going to be easier. So if we add a duplicate node after the rectangle and make sure it comes into the input, let's say we have 2 copies to start. We just have to bring, should just be able to bring that down. Oh, wait a minute. Adjusting the pivot point makes it come in. That's confusing. Okay, we're going to go back to what it was when this background was 905. There we go. And we'll just merge this background up again, like so. And add a duplicate. Go ahead and bring it down. Why is this not working? I do not see why this isn't. I wonder if the duplicate is the duplicate getting glitched out somehow? Because it's working now when I have adjusted the pivot point, which I guess is fine. It doesn't matter what the pivot point is, so. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Set this to about 7. Let's do 2 more, so 9. And there we go. It's just about at the bottom, so let's go ahead and refine this mask. Let's just move it up a bit. Where is that? No. Control that in the merge. It's pretty sensitive here. Let's go turn on auto proxy and uncheck high quality. Actually, I think that'll be fine if it's like that. Maybe if we just shrink the height down on this just a little bit. Then we just need to move it up in the duplicate. There. That'll be fine. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and put all of our images in. I can't speak today. We're gonna go ahead and put all of our images into this. Let's go ahead and do transform, and what we'll do is we'll just name this photo 1. Okay. And we will connect this up and put in our first photo. And now with this, we'll just scale it down, get it in the correct spot. And we actually want to merge these up before on this one right here, I believe. How come the, oh wait, we're not viewing the right one. There we go. Okay, so we want to merge that up before, bring it down until it is inside of that. We got to find a way to mask this out though, so that you can scale it up, but it won't bleed over. And let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Using some pipe nodes, there we go. So does anyone have any ideas on how to do that? Or what the best way to do that is going to be? Because we have our mask. So we can take a version that's solid and invert. Let's say we copy this and paste it. And inside of the, well, actually, wait a minute. Let's copy this and then Control-Shift paste it. So that's an instance now. And now if we come over here, we can de-instance the solid and de-instance the invert. When we put that on there, it glitches it. Why is that? It's because it's coming in at the wrong resolution. Maybe we'll just have to get all the sizing correct beforehand. I think that might be the easiest. But that won't be super easy on the user side. So we'll come back to that. For now, I'm just going to get all these photos placed. That, or I could just make a custom mask for each one of these. That wouldn't be that difficult. Let's just do that. We'll make a custom outline mask. And let's put some corner radius on it. There. Okay, that'll be a lot easier for people that are using it then. So let's copy this and paste it instance. And in this instance, we'll just de-instance the center position. And we can just bring this down then. Boom, just like that. Okay, we'll use that method. That should be the easiest. And then that should, because if we come into this one and adjust the width, it'll also adjust the width on the bottom one here, which is nice. So let's go ahead and get all these plugged in. So this one, I'll bring it down. And if we scale this up, we can bring it as big as we want. There we go. Sizing and resolution issues is really the problem I was having when trying DaVinci as a slideshow maker, since photos were different resolution and aspect ratios. Yeah, it is pretty confusing converting them. So I try and make systems like this that it doesn't matter what the resolution is. Okay, I don't want an instance. Do you sell your packs or anything? Ugh. gonna have to go through and do all the animating on this. So this slideshow is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 photos. That's a pretty good number. I keep accidentally pasting instances, which is really annoying. Okay. Let's go ahead and drag this down. I was meaning like, because you said that you're a slideshow maker. So I was wondering if you're going to like create presets. So like that's what this is gonna be. You'll be able to purchase this once I'm done with it, and you will be able to then go ahead, download it, and just easily sub out all the photos. But yeah, you said that you're pretty new, so I doubt that's what it is. That'd be something you could look at down the road if you make a bunch of cool ones. If anybody else who's watching has any feedback for this, please let me know. By the way, if anyone was wondering, the keyboard shortcut for renaming is F2. Is that correct? Okay, so I accidentally forgot to de-instance this one, so it messed up my first one. I did not mean to view that. Let's go ahead and bring this back up to the top. There we go. Okay. Now this one's de-instance and correct. There we go. And now I just have to get this photo position correct. Okay. Know that a shorter video is good for normal audience, but when I make slideshows, it is for family and run 1 hour at a time. Wow. 800 plus photos. Yeah, that's probably pretty taxing on your system too. For a large number of photos. Yeah. And none of mine can handle that many photos. Mine are pretty taxing on the system as it is, so I don't think any system would be able to take 800 plus photos. Yeah, unless you could, of course, make a bunch of different chunks and export them all individually. That could work. But I don't think there's like big enough of an audience. Jake has a video where it uses the background node to auto resize incoming images. That helped a bit on my project. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. It's really helpful. That's what I'm kind of doing here. I'm using this background node to default all of these into the, what was it? 1280 by 8000. Which you might actually want to bring up now that I've kind of changed what I want to do in my mind. So we might want to bring that back up to 1920. Okay, but anyways, let's go ahead and get our second to last photo in here. We're going to have to reuse one of the images, which is kind of sad. And we will de-instance this, making sure that we actually remember to do it this time. Boom. And now we just need to do one more. So I'll just repeat one of these images that I like. Paste that. Photo. Can't type. Okay. Could I have linked or tied in your mask to the duplicate node? Yeah, so I was trying to do that, but I wasn't able to. I guess because I did have to change the pivot point on this. So if I bring this up here, will that bring it back? It did not bring it back. So what is the situation here? Oh, this background node isn't the right size. That's what I need to do. So now it should be correct. Maybe not. That's the size, right? Yeah, no, I'm just going to go back to what it was. I can look into that later maybe when I'm going through and trying to just optimize it. Yeah, I'm not sure what video that he's talking about either, to be honest with you. I've done stuff in a bunch of them. A bunch of nice little tricks laid out in, throughout all my videos. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I still watch tutorials on Davinci Resolve. Because you can always learn, even if it's something that you already know how to do. Because you might learn how to do it better. Alright, there we go. That's all done. Let's go ahead and rename all of these. Can I just group rename? Mask 2. Mask 3. That's going to be mask 5. Not sure after this. There. 2, 3. So this one got messed up. Why is that one 5? 5, 6, 7. Mask. And mask 9. There we go. Usually I'm not this organized, but if it's going to be a paid pack. What is the de-instance option? Okay. So what that is, so if you copy a node, let me grab a transform. Let me just set up something that'll make it a little bit easier. So let's say I have a text node, okay? And if I have this over on the side here, okay? But if you copy the text node and then either right click and do paste instance or Control-Shift-V, it'll be linked together. So if I have the instance on the side here, right there. What I can do is in the instance text, if I come in like de-instance, the size, I can adjust the size apart from the size in this text. But if I change the text in either one of these, it'll still change that. So it'll have everything linked except for the things that you have de-instanced. But I could come here and then do re-instance, and it'll default the size back. Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some cool little animations here. Yeah, we probably should have set this up a little bit different. We'll have to rearrange all these depending on where they fall and which photos come first. That would have been a good idea to think of right away. Let's actually go through and see if we can get the size up to 1920 by 1080 relatively easy. Or 1920 by 8000. Hopefully this will just resize everything. This node also needs to be 1920. There we go. Now it should be correct. Except that looks kind of funky. You know what? Let's just leave it at the 1280. That should work. There we go. Hey, that's great. Okay. I'll just add transform after here. I think we can get away with doing all the motion inside of a transform. And what we'll do is then we'll merge this up. Setting the background back to the default size. So now we can have like a bunch of images scrolling. So I think we'll only use a few of these images. We won't use the bottom and top ones, if that makes sense. If I took his sunglasses off. I'm not sure who that is. Let me look it up. Does my voice sound like him or something? Yeah, not quite. I see with my profile picture how you might think that. Let's see, he's American media. Entrepreneur, philanthropist. Oh, it's one of the Facebook founders. That's cool. He's rich. Almost $100 billion. I don't know how I haven't heard of that. So would it be cool to have like a little bit of rotation on this maybe too? What do you guys think? Would you like rotation if you were to purchase something like this? I think I'm gonna do some rotation. So we'll start down here, animate this, come up like 30 frames, have it pan across to about here. Let's do the last photo. Yes, rotation. Okay, sounds good. And I think it'd be cool if we have like on the sides, if we have it like inverted. If I just change this to mirror, what's that do? No, it's not gonna do it. Could look very nice. Okay. So I want to like mirror the sides of this. That'd be cool. So like on this side, it'd have the same stuff just going opposite. How could I set that up to work pretty nice or be pretty easy? Let's paste that as an instance. Where's that located? This is too fit. Oh wait, there's nothing coming into the transform, duh. Okay, we'll look at that once we get all this animation done. Let's ease this in a good amount. It should look pretty good with motion blur once we get all that on. Who will watch my vector motion blur tutorial today? I think it's pretty nice. Really helpful. So if you have not, you should go check it out. So it doesn't look like we're going to get like completely smooth playback here. Let's put this in the media out. Go ahead and come back to the edit page. Now we can just let this load. Let's add a white background. I'll leave soon. Yeah, it will be. It'll be public on my channel for a few days, and then, or actually, I'm not sure how long I'll keep it up. But once that is done, it'll be in my streams playlist. It'll just be turned to unlisted, so you could still watch it. So that'd be cool. So there we go. We have something like that right now. Let's actually add motion blur. Put the quality at like 15. Yeah, if you do head out, or when you head out, have a nice day. Yeah, this one's taking a little bit longer to load. Just because of the motion blur, which always takes longer. Alright. See, I'm not exactly sure what point we need to get to. Let's come to the transform frame 30. So once the blue line's to right there, we'll be able to play it back. It's almost there. Yeah, I know, it's kind of boring to watch. Alright. But how many of you guys would be interested in purchasing a slideshow pack with a bunch of different slideshows in it? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just play this. See a little bit of it at least. Yeah, I guess we kinda need the full animation. Alright, well, very nice. It's almost there. got warnings. Optical flow. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I like it when I'm just sitting here waiting for the render. My viewer count just dropped. Just got cut in half. It's like, nope, not gonna sit through that. Let's actually bring this back just so it's not trying to load a different frame. So close. So very close. While waiting, I'm assuming that there's a question coming. Looks like it's about done. Okay, anyways, I like that. If you play back and forth over a clip, you can get it to go faster. Alright. Mark in. I believe this works if I do mark out now. If I hit play, will it come back to the beginning? Thing is, this one takes a little while to render. What just happened? Where'd it go? Undo. Man, I'm so glad that that button exists. Oh yeah, I'm just going to do, where's the clear? I forgot what that one was. Here, boom. It's Alt X if anyone was wondering. My Davinci Resolve keyboard helps me out with that. If anyone wants to go pick up that keyboard, by the way, link in description. It's really nice. Is it in the description, actually? Yeah, it is. All the way down at the bottom. At least go check it out. Helps me edit a lot faster. And helps me learn all the shortcuts. Let's uncheck motion blur here just so we can view it in a little bit more of real time. We'll go ahead and move this off to the side. Then we'll go to frame like 70. 60 actually. Let's do. You know what? I'm gonna go up to 90. I just want a good amount of time to see the photo. Maybe add a negative rotation. Just have it moving around a little bit. Okay, something like that. Let's go ahead and extend the clip. It's frozen. There we go. So let's see, this is going to be the first one. Is it photo 8? I believe it's photo 8. Yeah. Let's name these to input, so our main photo, let's do main 1, okay? What we'll do is we can just move this all back and extend this out. So we'll have the 2 filler photos back here. Okay, we'll just select these, hold down shift, and then just plop it right onto this one. There we go, that works. And then the next photo, let's go find out which one we want this one to be. Let's go ahead and bring the rotation back a little bit. Let's do the fox. Yeah, I like the fox. And what we'll do is go ahead and smooth these out. Just like that. And in the transform, let's put the quality to 2 for the motion blur. Now this should render back a lot faster. Because we need to at least preview the animation, so even if we don't get motion blur, that's fine. But this doesn't look quite as good, but it'll do. Let's try that forcing playback. Yeah, I'm not sure if that helps or not. Gotta see if someone can go ahead and do a test for us. The best way to do it. Yeah, it's going a good amount faster. Won't be sitting here for however long we did last time. I don't even know. Wasn't paying too much attention. Alright, frame 160. That's going to be the ending. That's a cool picture, though. I really like that picture. Gotta go. Alright, I'll see ya. You too. Thanks for tuning in. Almost done. So I'm gonna start working on doing some cool motion graphics tutorials coming up. Just let you guys know about that. Should be a lot of fun. Alright, this is done. Pretty cool. Yeah, that needs to be a little smoother. That's kind of disappointing, actually. Alright, let's come up here, and when we hit S, let's go ahead and adjust the easing. There we go. And what we'll do is just take motion blur off completely and let this render again. It shouldn't take that long. And once I get the feel for it, I can go through and do all the animations. I just unfortunately have to get, or make sure all the timing is correct and actually looks good. But as you can see, that's going a lot faster. Well, motion blur really slows everything down. Hopefully, Blackmagic Design will bring some optimizations in the future. Can't wait till they come out with 17. That'll be fun. Go through, play with all the new features. And almost done. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and play this. It's still a little jerky. I think we just need more time in between the animations. Let's go ahead and use the keyframes editor. We had this whole conversation last time. There we go. So we can just drag these out. Do something like this. So it'll be a little longer now, but hopefully it'll be smoother. And if we select all these, hit S again. Does it still render? What do you mean by that? And let's also go find the last frame here. Boom. We'll see how this one looks. And I'm glad you liked it. That's nice, doing something right. Also, what do you guys think I should charge? Like, not necessarily like saying that you're gonna buy it, but if you would buy this, how much would you pay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 slideshows total. Showed them at the beginning. But yeah. Hey, what's up? At it again. At it again. Yes, I am. Welcome to the stream. Gotta get the slideshow pack done. Get it out. I've been gone all weekend, so I didn't get quite as much as I wanted done. I saw the final one that you had posted of your motion graphics thing in the Discord server, and I really like that, by the way. Pretty nice. $5. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what I end up putting it at. Because I mean, I'm assuming I'll sell a good amount. Just because based on the sales of my last slideshow. At least I'm hoping. But I'm not sure about $5 because people are paying for a single slideshow for $5. All right. Why is it like jerking so much? It shouldn't be doing that. I've eased it. It's really jerky. It's just sudden stop. It's hard to put a price on someone's work. Yeah, it's true. Okay, let's dive into this. Why is it so sudden? Oh, is it because the displacement is going in a different direction? Okay, let's hit F. We'll just flatten it. Now we'll go ahead and check this out. Lots of sitting and rendering. I know. I apologize. Oh, so it's not finally done. I was just saying before, I'm going to start doing a bunch of motion graphics tutorials, I think. Based on some of the stuff you had said. So that'd be fun. I'm gonna work on some typography stuff. Someone asked me about that, or you asked me about that actually in the last stream, and I really like that effect. So I thought of making a tutorial. There's a bunch of different variations, so I'll make a bunch of videos on that. So that'll be cool. Do some research on that. All right. It's almost done. Need more motion graphics, yeah. Gargoyles, can't talk today. Gargoyles at work made a bunch of cool stuff, but he hasn't been uploading too much lately. He has a nice kind of like master class. All right, let's go ahead and play this. And that's a lot nicer, except it stops, and I don't like that. What's going to be the best way to do this? Because if I hit S, it'll suddenly stop here. Maybe if we did something like that. I have looked at the keyframe editor. Just used it before actually to retime these animations. Kind of liking it actually. Okay, we'll just let the beginning part of this render out. We don't need the full thing. I'm just trying to get this first animation ready. I have a feeling what I did though is going to make it worse. Yeah, it's definitely worse. Hikaru. Okay, what's the different types that I can do? Step in? No. Smooth, linear, invert. I don't want any of that. What's a shape box? Huh. Maybe if I come into the transform, come to the next keyframe. You know how many times I accidentally hit the start key? Or the Windows key, not the start key. It's really annoying. It's right next to the control and alt and all that, so. Hit those all the time. So I've been thinking I might start scheduling weekly live streams. Like I'll just have a day that I will live stream every day, same time, and go for a while. So I'd have to find a time that'd work for a bunch of the active people on them. And I might even do like one or two, or like two, every week. Let's check this out now. Still just a sudden stop. Oof. Yeah, that's not gonna work here. Select all these, go like that again. So I wonder if we just flatten this out a little bit more, maybe? But not completely flat. So it'll still have a little bit of motion. It's not flowing right. Are you meaning because it's going up when it should be going... Or it should be going down and it should be going up. Okay, so that fixed it. But yeah, I'd agree. It doesn't seem to be going quite right. Or wait, is it some with this that you have to change? Is it just how I'm viewing it? Is that messed up? The whole motion doesn't feel right. So this is weird. That just doesn't look right now, does it? I go down. Okay. I'm gonna do this in 3D. It'll look 2D, but it'll end up being 3D. Plus then I can do some depth of field if I want. Image plane, get a camera. Can I connect this up for some reason? There we go. Okay, so now what I can do is just use the camera, and then I can also use my my Z rotation. This should be a little easier. Okay, so we will maybe rotate this just a little bit there. Add a keyframe on the Y. Hopefully this doesn't take too much longer to render. I think it is. Will an OpenGL render go faster? Yeah, it is. There we go. Let's go ahead. What we should do for this is actually have it come down just a little bit. Maybe on the first keyframe here we have it up a bit more. I think I actually did this wrong. Yeah, I did. There we go. Okay. Have this up a bit more, then we'll come. What is it? Like 40 frames? Let's do. Can you show us how to rotate the camera around an image? Are you meaning the target? I'm just going to grab a different camera so I don't mess that one up. But if we come in here and then do use target, now if we drag the camera back, we have this point. And what this is, we can move it over here, but it'll make it so that the camera always faces that point. So if I click this camera and drag it, it's kind of hard to see, but as you can see that the view will always point in that one direction, which is really nice. We can actually view this. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, it will always point in that direction, which is a very helpful thing. Okay, but anyways, let's come in here. We'll drag this down a little bit. And then we'll have it come out. And we can drag this up. Let's come up to this image. We done a different image last time, but I think it's fine. Then keep this for like 40 frames. About there. Okay, now let's grab the camera and smooth it out. for more info. Oh, do you want me to give you some more? Sorry about that if I went too fast. But yeah, if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, I can do it in the stream here. Alright, now I just gotta let this render again. Shouldn't take too long, at least, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. It's going at a decent rate. So we'll just let a little bit more of this turn blue here. You don't want to interrupt me. I mean, if you want, go right ahead. That's kind of the point of this. Just to stream my workflow and answer questions. All right, let's play this. Let's see how far this goes. I do like that look though. I think the borders might be a little too thick, but we'll see. With all the filters I'm gonna put on after, it should be fine. So if I could ask you guys, if you guys want to find motion graphic tutorials for like other software, like either After Effects or whatnot, or just reference footage that you guys might want me to create, please DM me on Discord and just send me the link to the video, and I'll look at it and see if it's something I can recreate, and I'll go ahead and do it. How many hours do I spend with Fusion daily? Depends on the day. Yeah. Today I've only been streaming Fusion. I haven't done anything outside of it. So today I've spent, let's see, what is it? An hour and 15 minutes. So I'll usually spend at least an hour in Fusion on most days. Some days it'll be a lot more. I think I've probably done like 5 hours, 5 to 6 in a day. You have a ton I want you to recreate. Okay, so never mind on that. I'm only going to get videos from him. He has a lot. I can only make so many. But no, seriously guys, send me some stuff. You spend about 15 hours daily. Yeah, with the stuff you do. You need to. It's crazy. But like I said, it all depends on the day. I think I've spent more than 5 hours in one day. Okay, so this looks a lot better. The motion just feels a lot more natural. But it does extend a little far past that image. I mean, a little bit's fine, but that comes down a little too much. Yeah, 15 hours. That's a good amount. But yeah, I do try and spend a bunch of time. Okay, so the Y offset on this one. Let's go ahead and just grab these points. Just go like that. Take a bow, that's much better. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it flows beautifully. Yeah, that's the thing with like the camera. I don't know, it just looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm guessing that's fine, and then it'll come up. I still have high quality off, yeah. It'll come up to this one. Swing around a bit. Then I think I'll have it go up again. Let's go up to the top one here. Or second to top. I'll come forward a bit. Let's move this down a little bit maybe. And change the rotation. There we go. Now we can smooth that out. Yeah, this pops up a little too much. So let's go ahead and there we go. The camera just moving over there. It just looks kind of funny with it wiggling back and forth. Let's go ahead and get a bit of a render of more of this. Yeah, this will just take a little bit. Adjusting curves is so important. Yes, it is. I feel like I spend a lot of time doing that, just getting it right. More time than you'd think. Gargoyles taught me that, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get your animations to look nice and smooth. Otherwise it doesn't look that professional. If it's just linear. Yeah. All right. Still haven't mastered them yet, but working on it daily. But working 15 hours a day, you gotta be getting close. Or, I mean, you will eventually. I've seen the work. Let's see. Is that isn't that just don't they make stock stuff? Actually, no, that's not right. Oh yeah, it is. They do stock stuff. They own Mixkit. Zenvato.com. They have presets, correct? Let's see, how can I view this? Go to their elements page. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow, they have a lot of stuff. Do they have anything for like DaVinci? Video templates. No, they do not. That's kind of cool though. I like this. I gotta make some of these. I'm gonna use that for like ideas. Most of that 15 hours is thinking about concepts. Yeah, thinking about concepts is a lot. That's what I do, just messing around trying to think of a concept or a tutorial idea. Okay, so it needs to smooth out a little bit more, but it is looking pretty good. Yeah, they do. I'm guessing it's all like freelancers that do all their work though. Or maybe they have a team. They just have like a team of dedicated people. Okay, let's adjust these a little bit. Then come back and refine them. Okay. Man, I don't want to just keep going back to the edit tab to render out these animations, because it's really boring. But, I mean, don't really have too much of a choice. We'll start getting into the fun stuff right once we get all these animations done. I think I'll include 5 images into this. As like the main images, and then we'll just have the extras. Yeah, I think that'll work. My next laptop needs to have at least 64 gigs of RAM. Yeah. Yep. Mine has 32, and I want 64. How much does your current one have? Does it have like 16 or 8? And also, maybe you should look into getting a desktop. Might be cheaper and faster. But it depends, like, you might want to move it around. That's why I need a laptop. Or you just don't like the idea of a desktop. Eight. Yeah, gotta start somewhere with it, though. You want a laptop? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I guess it doesn't need to be perfectly smooth for the idea that I'm going for. Desktop's too much configuration and mixing of brands. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair. Let's see. How many images do I have so far? I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now I'm going to want to transition to another one. Let's see, which one should I do? I'm going to do those flowers down there. Go ahead and rotate this. Yeah, with my desktop, I kind of have a fancy setup, so that if I need to use my laptop, I use TeamViewer. So I can edit using my desktop on my laptop, if that makes sense. So I have my desktop's power in my laptop. So all I need is a decent internet connection. And it works pretty nice, which is surprising. You'd think it'd be pretty laggy, but no, it's not. It's not actually that bad. Okay, is that 5 images now? 1, 2. Yeah, the timing's not quite right though. So I'm gonna have to go do something quick. So let me just put up a quick message saying that I will be like right back. I will be back. There we go. We'll do this. We'll select the font. I should have this ready just in case something like this happens. Let's put this like right about here. Okay. There we go. And I'll be back in a little bit. It shouldn't be too long. So yeah, I'll see you. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Looks like I messed a bunch of chat stuff. Welcome to the stream. Well, I don't know if you're still here. Do I do any announcements? I did one on my community tab today. Yeah, recording is nice. Yep. A Discord voice channel. So with the Discord voice channel, if you're still here, what do you mean by that? Like, what would they do? Like, like would they just get feedback on the work or what? All right. Yeah. We're working on all the muting stuff. It's kind of confusing right now, so I apologize about that. I didn't miss anything or anything much. Okay, but the whole thing's rendered out now, which is nice. Let's go ahead and play this. That one's a little fast. Forgot to do the smoothing animations in these last ones. That's frustrating. Thought for sure I did that. Alright, well, let's get this all fixed. Figure it out. Well, in the camera here, this is the last photo. Well, the keyframe, and then we'll just jump up and bring it. Ugh. We'll bring it down. Did I get the email? Oh, yeah. Let me look at that quick. Let's see, get my files. I assume this is it. Hopefully it is. Okay, downloading that. Alright, should be downloading here. It said it was waiting for it. So we'll see. We'll give it a minute. In the meantime, let's get all these animations smooth. Hold on. Let's do that, and we'll adjust the easing amount. Maybe we don't want the easing amount up. Let's keep it at that. And then on these, we can just slow it down a little bit. Because I think the rotation was a little intense on some of these. So we might go through and fix that. Okay, just downloaded. Is this something that you want me to play to the stream? Because if it is, I'll go ahead and play right now. How do I know how much to ease in and out? So I was just thinking, back on the, just look at the email. Okay, I might have downloaded the wrong thing then. Was there a download in it? What's the email say? Maybe I didn't get your email then. I got one from WeTransfer that sent me a file. And it has a kinetic typo in it. That's the name of the file, but I don't see an email just like explaining stuff. Or just text in it. And with the easing in and out is like depending on how fast I want the animation to be. So if you have a really, like if it's all the way up, no need to play it here. Okay, so if it's all the way up, the animation in the middle will be like short and fast, but if it's not quite as much, it'll be a little bit longer, and that's kind of what I want. I'm not explaining that well. But pretty much here, let me just select these. If these are all the way out, as you can see, that's going to be a lot faster of an animation. But if they're back at what they were, that's going to be a little bit slower. That's a better way to explain it. I don't want quite as much camera movement here. Yeah, see, that's a lot. I'll keep this negative. Just look at the file. Okay, let me just hide my display here quick. Mute my desktop audio. I'm just gonna look at. Okay. I can just watch that after, actually. I see what you're meaning now. Okay. I'll look at that later. Okay, normally I watch in parallel, but currently cutting my voiceover turns out not to be the best idea. Alright, see you later. Yeah, that would be a little bit difficult. Have fun doing that, though. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just go with that. And we can render this out now. This will take a bit. All right. We'll just let this load for a bit. Actually, let's come into Fusion and trim it up so that we know the exact composition length. It's going to be about the full thing, but we'll just trim the end off here. More waiting. Maybe we'll go ahead and just work on the like overlays and stuff, and then do that later. Or I'll fix all the animation stuff later. Let's do that. So first, let's get the background all sorted out here. Okay. Actually, we should get this. I can do that later too. Why does After Effects take so long as well? Like loading? Yeah. Okay, so the background that we want like almost like a grunge background. So let's make this like a very dark gray. Let's add in some fast noise. And we'll have this fast noise be nice and fine. Let's go ahead, view that. There we go. Okay. And we'll make these completely black. This will need to be a little bit brighter so we can see it. Wait a minute. Aren't these black? Huh? Okay. Actually, wait. Let's just have the fast noise coming into... Well, it could be white overlays, actually. That might be a good idea. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Detail, a lot of contrast, not a ton of brightness. Brightness maybe -5. Might be a little too dim. Just something like that. And the see-through rate at like 1, maybe 2. There we go. That'd be nice. So now that's going to be in the background. We could even have this overlaid on top. Let's have that going into a background. Boom. So now that'll be whatever color we have there. Okay. And coming out of this, I don't believe we need this background. If we take that out, it's not going to affect it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do film grain. No damage. Actually, let's add a color corrector first and just make all this black and white. Film damage. That'll add like a little bit of warmth to it. I like that. There we go. Could add a few more scratches, making sure that they're moving scratches. And moving scratches, let's just change all of these here. So they're a little bit different from each other. Okay, we'll do that. And let's actually take this dirt off. That's fine. Yeah, let's not use the dirt here. Then in the fast noise, we can just add more. And actually we want the detail to be less. Adding all those things, well, when will it finish render? Yeah. Alright, there we go. I don't even know if we need this to be in. Yeah, see, that looks fine. Okay. We'll just keep this up here. Then I'm also going to want to add in JPEG. Actually, can JPEG damage be used in the free version? Does someone have the free version right now? I just want... Does that change it that much? Oh, the resolution needs to be up a little. There we go. Something like that. You can, okay. Sweet. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, I kind of like that look. Add it onto it then. So I think that'll be it for this. I'll have to go through and render that out. We want the motion blur to be enabled. Quality at 10. And now let's go ahead, drop in a saver. Go ahead and browse, Davinci Resolve. and render all savers. So we'll see how this looks. I'm not completely sure about it. We'll also see how long this takes to render. And that, I'm sure, will take a long time. Maybe we'll need to clean up that intro and do it a little bit more. 25 seconds a frame. Let's get out a calculator here. Actually, 14. So 14 seconds a frame. 12 is going to be. Which one is it going to be? Could do 10. Okay, we'll just say 10 seconds. Well, times 3,006. Or, okay, that's the answer. Divide that by 60. That'll take about an hour. What? Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. Whatever. The purpose of the saver. Just to render it out so I can play it back fast. And it's more reliable than exporting. Because sometimes with these 3D things, the export or the deliver tab will glitch out saying, oh, this fusion composition cannot be rendered at this frame. This fixes that. This will not do that. It will fail, but if it does fail, or it'll fail sometimes, very rare, but if it does fail, it's easy to fix because it still is rendered out all the photos up until that point. But the file sizes are huge, so. And what I'm doing, I like to be able to preview to my project, so this is just a good way of doing it. Yeah, cause you know when you're exporting, it'll say that there was like a error rendering this frame on a fusion composition, which is really annoying. Yeah, it won't do that with this. So if you're ever having that mistake where it is saying you cannot render this frame, go ahead and render it out using a saver, and then import that instead of the fusion composition, and it'll render. A few extra steps, but it'll fix that issue. Unless you guys have a different fix that I don't know about. I just hit my mic, that might have been loud. But the saver is not setting resolution. Yeah, you just have to default it to that then. As you can see, I have mine at 1920 by 1080, which is my project setting. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should just end the stream or something. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys. That's a good idea. I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, I was just gonna sit there and watch it save. So I'll end the stream, work on something else in the background. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This will be up for the next few days. But anyways, see you guys later.